once again, to go back to fighting, it's like, yeah, I would hope you think you're the best fighter to get in there and fight someone. I would hope that you're almost operating on a level of delusion, or else you're just signing up to get beat up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, both of them are going to say, you watch any pre-fight press conference, both of them are going to say, I'm going to whoop him. Y'all won't recognize him. I'm going to rearrange his face, whatever, right? And then one of them happens to be right. But they still both need to believe that going in. And that's the power of self-belief will control how you control your life. But it can't make things true that simply aren't. Right. It just is a very powerful tool that really I look at it as something that I'm still trying to control in myself of if I'm being reasonable, and I've kind of given up on trying to be objective. I think that's like a false narrative that a person can be objective about themselves. It's just impossible. But I think that having as much perspective as possible on where I am and where I come from versus where I am now, what I'm doing, is like the thing that helps keep me reasonable.
Yeah. Do you think the challenge of an individual being objective with themselves through self-examination is they just know? I mean, there's a concept out there, this thing of soulmates, right? We're going to meet someone, they're going to be our soulmate. And I go, oh, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a lot of sex and love addiction work, guys. Sorry. No, your only soulmate is that person in the mirror. That's it. No one's going to know you better. Do you think sometimes we don't hold an objectable, a standpoint of being objectable about ourselves because we know we've experienced us?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same way that when you start working out and you are going through a change, it's only the people around you that can see it, because you get up with your body every day. So whether you're losing weight or you're building muscle or you're just getting leaner or you're curving out, rounding out your shoulders through exercise, whatever, you see yourself every day. So maybe after 3 months looking in the mirror, you can take stock and be like, wow, I think it's working. I think it's all happening. Like, I think all this hard work is turning into something. Or maybe you think that nothing has happened and it takes a stranger who maybe you don't even know that well being like, wow, have you been working out? Because like last time I saw you, you didn't look like this. I think that works the same way emotionally. I think it is toxic and maybe at best a horrible idea, at worst toxic, to look to other people for all of that feedback that we need within ourselves. But I do think there are some things that only people outwardly can see, because you spend so much time with yourself. You're talking to yourself all day. So you're so used to your sort of think towards yourself that I think that it is very difficult to reach some level of objectivity with how you see yourself. That's why I think it's impossible. I think that even the best attempts at objectivity and not taking into account any sort of preconceived notions about something or any history you have with something is when you do not know two people having a dispute at all, you do not know a conflict at all, and you just get to look at the facts and unemotionally, analyze them and give your opinion. It's impossible to do that with yourself. Yeah. You have a very, very vested interest in your success or your failure. Yeah. And if those things come or go, you're going to try to make sense of it. That's what our brain does, whether it's a defense mechanism or whether it's just a reflex. Your brain tries to make sense of everything in real time. There's no way I'm going to be objective about myself, my career, my success. Things are going to come and go, and I have to take them as they are. I'm definitely going to have my feelings about them. I don't want to make it sound like I've reached some level of Zen where I don't feel anything. It's like, no, I get disappointed. I get excited. All the stuff still happens, but I know that anything that's meant for me is meant for me, and nobody can take it away. The same way that things that are not meant for me, I can't pull away from anyone,
This is the Knocking Doors Down podcast, featuring celebrities, experts, and everyday people who have overcome adversities, including addiction, mental health, and trauma, to live purposeful lives. And that's what Knocking Doors Down is all about.